it looks like the rest of Season 12 of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is about to be all about Kirk and Kendra. The latest gossip is that Kirk has once again been unfaithful to Rasheeda, and this time, it's with fellow cast member Kendra. If that wasn't shocking enough, sources say they recorded a tape and Kirk may have been careless with it. Now, some of the cast, including Rasheeda and young Jock, might have gotten their hands on it. Rasheeda is beyond angry, and young Jock is breaking down over all the chaos. This situation is about to get messy. For those who may not be caught up, let's break it down. Kirk has allegedly cheated on Rasheeda once again, but this time, he was with Kendra, who is also married. The news of their affair is already causing serious problems, and things are only getting worse now that word has spread that there's a tape. According to insiders, their partners have already seen it, and both marriages are now on the verge of falling apart.
Move forward. Nobody is perfect and relationships have issues, but y'all also got to understand forgiveness too. And that's what I have learned to understand, because we've had to forgive each other. I ain't always been perfect in my marriage. We've had dishonesty from both sides of us in this marriage. We've had infidelities from both sides of us in this marriage.
To really understand how serious this is, let's go back a bit. Kirk and Rasheeda have been married for over 20 years, and fans of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta know that their relationship has been full of drama. The biggest issue? Kirk's repeated infidelity. He has been caught cheating multiple times, and each time it has put a strain on their marriage. Despite everything, Rasheeda has always chosen to stay, trying to make things work. But Kirk hasn't been the only one accused of stepping out. Years ago...
Do you realize you didn't even attend Cannon's last birthday because where were you at?
That's the same party that I helped pay for and pay for the gifts, correct?
When we was in mediation, do you even remember what we agreed on? Yeah, you don't know because you don't
I do know, I'm not...
So the agreement was that you get Cannon the third weekend of every month. Do you do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last time...
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But one thing you ain't gonna never, ever, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around.
So, when Rasheeda became pregnant with their first child, Kirk shocked everyone by questioning if the baby was even his. He demanded a paternity test, which later confirmed he was indeed the father. However, things took another turn when Rasheeda later admitted on the show that she, too, had been unfaithful at some point in their relationship. Now, with this latest scandal involving Kirk and Kendra, things have hit a whole new level. The fact that there is supposedly a tape makes the situation even more explosive. If the rumors are true and both Rasheeda and Kendra's husband have seen it, there's no telling what will happen next. Fans are watching closely, and it looks like the drama is just getting started. This season is about to be one of the most intense yet.
Kirk invited me to meet him. It's bull. At this point, just pay what you're supposed to pay and be on your merry way. Do that?
No, we didn't really agree to that because the last time...
It's signed on paper.
This is what I just want to say. It's not gonna ever be exactly what you want it to be. But one thing you ain't gonna never, ever, ever have to question or worry about is that boy getting the love and the same treatment as all the other kids when he's around. But I feel like y'all owe it to Cannon for it not to be a nitpick.
I feel like I'm just glad to walk down the street sometime because, you know, I was labeled as America's most up person at one time. Women hate me for what happened with her.
But loved him since the first day I
heard from you.
You don't have to hear from me because Cannon knows what's up. That's all that matters.
You understand why it's a little weird now? It seems
but
like
you know it's not weird.
Because
no, it's genuine.
Now all of a sudden.
I've always been there since I decided to forgive this. If I forgave him, I gotta take everything that comes with it, and that's Cannon. Y'all figure some out so we can get this boy on track like he need to be on track. It's been too long to be playing these kind of games, guys. Call me, babe, when you do.
Rasheeda admitting that she had not been completely faithful in her marriage seemed to change everything. It was almost as if it gave Kirk an excuse to continue his behavior. Instead of working through their issues, he kept cheating, and things only got worse. Not only did he have an affair with Jasmine, but he also had a child with her. The fact that Kirk fathered a baby outside their marriage created even more tension between him and Rasheeda. It wasn't just about betrayal.
And I told you, you can call me anytime. When you need me, call me.
Now that you say that, I'm gonna take your word for it. We'll see.
So if I pick him up from your house and I come to your door, you're gonna be fully dressed, or you're gonna be how you normally be?
How do I normally be?
You came to the door a few times in your birthday suit. You don't think that's happened?
Are you kidding me?
So that's never happened?
Oh, you making up now. I don't know what you trying to do, what you trying to pull, but it's okay, because listen, I don't erase no message.
And I'm not saying it like I've never...
Betrayal anymore. It was about a child who would always be a part of their lives. This situation put Rasheeda in a tough spot, forcing her to decide how to handle co-parenting while dealing with her own pain. A few weeks ago, Rasheeda, Kirk, and Jasmine sat down to discuss how to co-parent their son, Cannon. It was a serious conversation, filled with emotions and unresolved issues. Co-parenting isn't easy, especially in a situation like this, but they knew they had to find a way to make it work for the sake of the child. The meeting revealed a lot about where they stood and whether they could put their differences aside for Cannon's well-being.
Whatever the number is. So, what's the deal on the text messages? Is that what we got going on? Because the fact that I'm even sitting here, even listening to this is beneath me. And I'm sick and tired of this. Straight up, what is up?
What's up is I take care of my child.
When Jasmine admitted she hadn't deleted her messages, it was obvious she had something to expose. It didn't take long before she revealed the truth. At first, Kirk and Rasheeda accused her of showing up without warning, but Jasmine quickly defended herself. She explained that she wasn't just randomly appearing. She came to speak her truth. She wanted to clear up the claims that she had been acting inappropriately or trying to get Kirk's attention. According to Kirk, Jasmine would show up at his door, looking flirtatious, as if she wanted more than just a co-parenting relationship. But Jasmine wasn't having it. She made it clear that she wasn't trying to cause trouble. She just wanted to be heard. The conversation was tense, and emotions ran high as they all tried to set the record straight. But that wasn't the end of it. Kirk said something that made it seem like he and Jasmine still had unfinished business. His words left everyone wondering if there was more to their story than he was admitting. Jasmine didn't hesitate to react, and the tension in the room grew. It was clear that whatever had happened between them wasn't completely in the past. Rasheeda, already frustrated, couldn't ignore the way Kirk's comments made the situation even messier. The conversation, meant to clear things up, only led to more questions about what was really going on. Rasheeda wanted to keep things private, so instead of making a big scene, she decided to have a quiet conversation with Kirk and Jasmine. She needed to clear the air and get to the truth about the messages that had surfaced. During their talk, Rasheeda asked Kirk to explain himself, wanting to know if there was anything he had been hiding. Jasmine, on the other hand, was ready to share her side of the story. The conversation quickly became tense as emotions ran high. It was clear that this meeting would bring out some uncomfortable truths.